Hello everyone, welcome back to my video lecture series. Now I'm starting with the embedded controller laboratory. So before beginning with this laboratory, we should know the GPIO register functions of ARM Cortex M3. So after going through this section, the students will be able to demonstrate the ARM Cortex M3 LPC1768 microcontroller unit, GPIO register set and functions used to develop interfacing programs on ARM Cortex M3. So before going to GPIO programming, one should know the bit level operations in C language. So as this ARM Cortex M3 based microcontroller unit, the LPC1768 is being manufactured by NXP and general purpose, it is having a general purpose input output pins. So to configure these pins, we should know the bit level operations first. So basically there are 5 bit level operations are there. OR operation, bitwise OR, bitwise AND, along with the symbols it is being given up here. Bitwise complement, that is the NOT gate. Bitwise right shift as well as left shift. Then bitwise XOR operator. There are 2 operations. By using these 2 operations, we can configure a pin to be high, a particular bit to be set, OR and left shift operator. So we will see some examples on this. So the OR operation is always the logic 1 is ORed with any X bit is always 1, and logic 0 is ORed with X bit is always X result. So in the right side in the table we can see the example for OR operation. So where N1 is 4 0 1 0 0, N2 is 9 1 0 0 1, and when we OR these 2 numbers, the result will be 1 1 0 1. We may see that the result is an addition of these 2 numbers 4 plus 9, but it is not actually an addition. It is a Boolean operation over here. So let us consider that we want to make the first 21 bits to be high, and that can be done as in the example shown below. Register is equal to, so any register is equal to 0x00 1f ff ff. So here we are just writing all the first 21 bits 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1, and that is the hexadecimal number of those all bits are going to be 001f ff ff, and that we are going to store in load into the register. Now particularly if we want to make it a bulk, then directly register is equal to 0x001ff, a bulk number of bits we want to set. Now we don't want a bulk number of bits to be set. Instead we want a particular bit to be set 1. So for that operation we are going to use a bitwise left shift operator. So in the below example we can see that register is equal to, in the bracket, 1 is left shifted 19 times, that is 19 is the number. It means that the 19th bit of this register is going to be 1, only a 19th bit. And now if we want to set a different random number of random bits, say like 19th bit and 12th bit, Then by utilizing the OR operator along with this shift operator, we can set these 19th and 12th bit to be 1. So as in the example, register is equal to, in the bracket, 1 is shifted to 19 times, where 19th bit is 1, or 1 is shifted left side with 12 steps, that is 12th bit is going to be 1. So both these two bits are odd, that is with the 19 bit and 12th bit it is going to be odd, and the result will be except 19th bit and 12th bit, all are zeros. That will be stored into a register. For a complement, consider we need to convert all zeros to ones and vice versa. So this is done by a sign operator or bitwise negation operator. So the result of this operation is nothing but a ones complement that we will get, which is also called as a NOT operation. So here, for example, unsigned int x is equal to 0x0 f f f 000 f. So for an example, register is equal to NOT of x. Now the value of x is going to be once complemented, and then it is going to be loaded into a register. So register is assigned with the NOT of x, that is f000 fff0. Next, the binary AND operator in C is denoted by an ampersand symbol. The one ANDed with x is always x, and 0 is ANDed with x is always 0. So for an example directly here, unsigned character n1, n2, n3. There are 3 registers that we have taken. We are just considering an 8-bit number here. n1 is equal to 0x f4, n2 is equal to 0x 3a, n3 is equal to n1 and n2. So bitwise ANDing. So the output is going to be wherever 0 is ANDed with x, the result will be 0, and 1 will be ANDed with x, the result will be x. So n3 is going to be loaded with 0x30. f4 and 3a is being ANDed up, and n3 is going to be loaded with 0x30. XOR operation is an exclusive OR operation by definition of XOR. The result will be a 1 if both inputs are different, and result will be 0 if both inputs are same. So let us take an example, n1, n2, n3. Again, n1 is 13, n2 is 1a. If we XOR these two numbers, we can see here. So 1, 0 is 1. The 2 bits are different, that is why the output is 1 here. If the 2 bits are same, then the output is going to be 0. Then working with read and write registers in C language. So how to read a value and how to write a value into a register. So consider here an 8-bit register will be having one constant value, not a constant, a value 111 00 000. So how to set a bit? Here register underscore 8b is a name of a register. So one example is given up here. Is equal to register underscore 8b, or 1 is shifted to the left side in the second position. So this means that the register t underscore 8b is having a value 111000000 is ORed with 000000100. So that is 0 1 2. 1 is shifted to left side with the 2 times, means it is always starting from the 0 0 1 2, that is the value will be 4 here. So when we OR these two numbers, we will get 111000100. This can be written as in the below example, regt underscore 8b directly an OR operator equal to 1 is shifted to 2. So both are same. Either we can write regt underscore 8b or directly OR operator equal to is enough. Then setting a bit by using an AND operation here. So now here regt underscore 8b is equal to regt underscore 8b, and not of 1 is shifted to left side with the 6, that is 6 is going to be, the 6th bit is going to be high here, like in the comment we can see that, which is nothing but register 8 is 11100000 is OR with it is ANDed with 01000000. It should be actually AND. So the result is going to be 1 okay, and this 01000000 has to be inverted because we have put a NOT operator here. So this will become 10111111. So when we AND this number with the 11100000, the result will be 1010000. So this is even equivalent for this. We can do it as register 8b ampersand equal to NOT of 1 shifted to left side with the 6. It is same as the above one. So monitoring a specific bit change in a register. So many times we need to read a certain flags, certain pins in a register that denotes change in hardware state. Suppose consider 32-bit register regx, in which the 12th bit denotes the arrival of the data from a UART receiver pin into buffer. So 12th bit has to be monitored continuously here. So in a simplest approach, we can continuously scan for change in the 12th bit of regx as follows. While register x and 1 is shifted to 12 times to the left side, which means that wait indefinitely until 12th bit changes from 0 to 1. So while is a condition which is checking for a trueness of the condition. So what is the condition here? The regex and the 12th bit. So whenever the 12th bit is going to be changing from 0 to 1, it is going to be ANDed up with regex, and then the condition will be true. Then this while loop is going to be executed, and then it will be exit. So unless the 12th bit of register X is 1, the result of this condition is always 0, that is false. So when 12th bit is 1, then it is evaluated as true condition, and the code inside the loop is going to be executed. So to monitor for the change in 12th bit from 1 to 0 now. In the previous it is from 0 to 1, and now it is 1 to 0. We just negate the condition inside while loop. So like this, while not of regex and 1 is shifted left side to 12th positions. That is, here wait indefinitely until 12th bit changes from 1 to 0. As we have put NOT gate, this is going to look for change from 1 to 0. So 0 is true, 1 is false here. In the above, 1 is true, 0 is false. Then to test whether 13th bit, this all section is related to monitoring. So now to test whether the bit 13 of regex is 0 or 1, we can accomplish it as follows. That is, if is a condition whether to check whether it is 1 or 0, the condition 1 is true and 0 is false if we don't use NOT gate. So here we have not used a NOR gate, that is why if regex and 1 is shifted to 13 times to the left side, we are checking the 13th bit here. So when this condition is going to be true, whenever the 13th bit is going to be 1. So then this if condition is going to be executed. So most of the function oriented pins, there are 100 pins in a quad package of LPC1768 microcontroller, are grouped into ports. All these pins are grouped into ports. Likewise, LPC1768 is having 5 ports with respect to port 0 to port 4. Port 0, port 1, port 2 and port 4. The structured naming convention is LPC_GPIO-X. So where X is a port number here. If I want to access any of the port here, then the name should be followed as LPC_GPIO-X. X is going to be 0 to 4. So these ports are 32-bit wide. That is, a maximum 32 pins can be available, are mapped on a single port. One port is having 32 pins. But not all the pins are going to be used for a general purpose here. There are more restrictions. But each port may have a few or many pins which cannot be used. That is, they are reserved. So for this tutorial will be LPC1768 in a LQFP package, quad package, 100 pin package. It is been referred here. The port 0, there are 5 ports. Port 0, in this port 0, the pins 12, 13, 14, I repeat, in the port 0, pin number 12, pin number 13, pin number 14 and pin number 31 are not available to use. They are reserved for some other functions. In port 1, pins 2, 3, 7, 6, 5, 11, 12 and 13 are not available. These are also used for some other functions. In port 2, only pins 0 to 13 are available. 0 to 13, total number of 14 pins are available, and rest all are reserved. In port 3, only pins 25 and 26 are available. Only 2 pins are available from the port 3. In port 4, only 28 and 29 pins are available, and rest are reserved. Then we came to know about the ports. Now how to access the ports? So there are GPIO registers in LPC 1768. So these registers on LPC 1768 are present on AHB bus, a peripheral AHB bus, so that any peripheral can be accessed through this bus, advanced high performance bus. For fast read-write timing on this bus, so these are basically a fast input-output which uses a prefix of FIO, fast input output, instead of something like GIO, general purpose input output. So for all the registers related to GPIO, so that is why FIO is being written up here, fast input output. Why? Because it is been present on a advanced high performance bus. So the registers of this GPIO are first one is FIO DIR, fast input output DIR, that is direction. So this is the GPIO direction control register. Direction in the sense of either we can make a pin as an input or as a output direction. So setting a bit to 0, any bit to 0 in this register, that bit or that pin will configure the pin, will be working as input pin, while setting to 1 will configure the pin as a output. FIO mask. So mask, fast input output masking. So this gives a masking mechanism for any of the pins. That is, it is used for pin access control. Say for an example, setting a bit to 0, it means that a corresponding pin will be affected by changes to other registers like FIO pin, FIO set, FIO clear. So something, I have taken one register, one value where 0 bit 00000001, the LSB is 1 here. Now that pin, if I make it 0, then that pin will be affected by any changes in the registers like FIO set, FIO clear. If I write 1 means that corresponding pin will not be affected by other registers. So it means I am masking it. If pin 0 is 0, then any of these registers can affect that pin. If LSB is 1, then that pin cannot be affected by these registers. So it is a masking. Then FIO pin. So this is basically used to read and write the values directly to the pins regardless of the direction. Then FIO set, fast input output set. So this is basically used to drive an output configured pin to logic 1. So driving it to 1. If suppose any pin is set as output, and if I want to make it high, then FIO set register is used. I have to make that particular bit equal to 1, so that I am sending a 1 to the output. But it cannot be used to drive a pin to logic 0. For that, FIO clear is being used. So here it is going to drive an output configured pin to logic 0. If I want to send 1, FIO set. If I want to make it clear, FIO clear. So for an example, one bit I have one pin is there, port 1, port 0.0, and I want to make, I have made it as a output pin, port 0.0. Now if I want to send 1 on this pin, P0.0, then FIO set 0x00000001. If I want to make it clear, FIO clear 0x00000000. So like that, I can make it 1 or 0. So most of the pins of LPC1768 microcontrollers are multiplexed actually. So that is, these pins can be configured to provide up to 4 different functions. A single pin is going to provide 4 different functions. But by default, after power on reset, all pins of ports are set as GPIO function. I'll repeat. All these pins, a single pin is going to be a multiplexed with the 4 different functions. Out of 4 different functions, the basic default function is GPIO function, general purpose input output. The different functions that any particular pin provides can be selected by setting appropriate value in the following registers. That is, as I told, there are 4 different functions. Now if I want to select a particular function from a single pin, then that is selected by following registers. One is pin select X, PINSELX. So here each pin on any port has two corresponding bits in pin select register. So one pin is going to have 2 bits in the pin select register. The first 16 pins, that is 0 to 15, on a given port will have a corresponding 32-bit pin select register, one 32-bit pin select register, and the rest 16 bits will have another pin select register. So in the diagram we can see that like here, the above one is a pin select register and below one is a port. Say port 0.0. So to set port 0.0, to configure port 0.0 for any of other 4 functions, the bit 0 and bit 1 is being used from the pin select 0. If I go for above, see like here, PX.0 to PX.15, total of 16 pins, and these are implemented in a 32 bits of pin select 0. Then if I want to go for more than this pin, PX.16 to PX.31, then the next register of this pin select 0 is pin select 1. So for one port we have 2 pin select registers. Port 0, pin select 0, pin select 1. Port 1, pin select 2, pin select 3. Port 2, pin select 4, pin select 5. Port 3, pin select 6 and 7. And port 4, 8, pin select 8 and pin select 9. So P0, pin select 0 to pin select 9, total of 10 pin select registers. So for example, bits 0 and 1 in pin select 0 are used to select function for pin 1 of port 0. Bits 2 and 3 in pin select 0 are used to select function for pin 2 of port 0, and so on. So now here 2 bits are there, bit 0, bit 1 for PX.0. If these 2 bits are 0, 0, the first function is going to be operated. If these bits are 0, 1, the second function, 1, 0, third function, 1, 1, fourth function. So like this we can change the function of each pin. GPIO programming and examples. Now let us see how we can assign values to a registers. First, we must use the arrow mark, arrow operator, hyphen with the arrow right arrow operator to dereference a members of structures to access the register as follows. Let us say we want to set pin 3 on port 0 as output. So it can be done in the following ways. There are three ways to set a port 0 pin 3, that is port 0.3, to be making it as output. So one is case 1, LPC underscore GPIO 0 FIO DIR. That is, in the previously we have seen that FIO DIR is a register which is used to set the direction of a particular pin. Now GPIO, LPC underscore GPIO is a structured name, and which of the port we are going to use, that we have to write here, 0 port. So that is why GPIO 0. LPC underscore GPIO 0 with arrow mark FIO direction equal to 1 is shifted to 3 times to the third bit. That is, we are making the third bit as a 1 here. So the value is going to be 4. Pin 3 is going to be 1. Or else the case 2 is same as the above one, but for a bulky thing. LPC underscore GPIO 0 FIO DIR or equal to 0x000000008. So here also the pin 3 is going to be, pin 3 is pin 0, pin 1, pin 2, pin 3. The fourth bit, that is 0, 1, 2, 3, the third bit, that how you assume, it is depending upon your assumption, either 0th, 1st, 1st, 2nd and 3rd, or 1, 2, 3, 4, however you can assume. So in case 1, it must be avoided actually, since we are directly assigning a value to the register. So it is being assigned as a 0. Now in the case 2, it can be used when bits need to be changed in a bulk way. See, by using this complete number 0x000008, we want to only set a pin number 3, but here we are writing a number of other pins are also 0, which is not required. But in a case 3, GPIO 0 FIO DIR or equal to 1 is shifted to 3 times. That is, third bit is going to be 1 here directly. So when some or a single bit needs to be changed, then we can go for case 3. So with some examples we will see. Consider that the example 1, consider that we want to configure pin 4 of port 0, that is P0.4 as an output, and want to drive it high. We want to make it high. This can be done as LPC underscore GPIO 0 FIO DIR or equal to 1 is shifted to the left side with the 4. That is P0.4. Now it is going to be output. Now I want to set it. Then I have to use FIO set register. So make output high for P0.4. In the example 2, making output configured pin 17 high of port 0, that can be done as, first of all, direction we have to set of 17, P0.17, that is 1 is shifted to 17 times left. Then set the 17th pin and clear the 17th pin. 3 instructions, 3 commands. Now configure P0.5 and P0.11. So for that purpose, directly FIO direction, first set the direction, both 1 is to 5, 1 is shifted to left side, to the 5th position and 11th position. Both are going to be odd here. Then set the same thing and OR it. Again, the example 4 is configuring first 8 pins here. So FIO-DIR 0x0FF and set 0xFF, making all high for P0.0 to P0.7. So with one example is being given up here. LPC, GPIO, FIO direction 0xF, which means that the port 0, GPIO 0, direction equal to 0xF. F is total 4 pins from beginning, P0.0, P0.1, P0.2, P0.3, 0 to 3 pins. Then while 1 continuously executing LPC GPIO 0, FIO set these 4 pins. Then after some delay, GPIO 0, FIO clear 0xF, clear all these pins. After some delay, again repeat the while loop here. So all these things are basic things which are required to write a C programs, as these all are C functions. We can use all these things to write a simple and any related to embedded controller laboratory. To develop any program, we can utilize all these functions. Thank you.